Hello, welcome to the Ginger Geek Show. So one of the greatest things for me is in the MCU is its heroes, and that's what today's topic is going to be all about. My personal picks and choices of the greats, really, of the heroes in the MCU. And just to say now, this is pure and simply just my simple opinion. That's all it is. There's nothing, you know. I've got a feeling that there's going to be ones in here that is pretty damn obvious, but then there might be some that are a bit like, you know, obviously maybe someone else wouldn't have chosen that, and that's what all this is about. This is the beauty of these kind of top 10s. It's pure and simply just your opinion on that said thing. So yes, let's begin, shall we, on my top 10 MCU heroes. Number 10, Black Widow. What I've really liked about Scarlett Johansson's performance as Black Widow, even though some feel like she's been apparently bland, but that's kind of the point of her character, I feel. It's one of those kind of characters that you can't showcase everything all in the one swing, really, and I kind of like that about what Scarlett Johansson's really done with this character. I like when you see in Iron Man 2, she's a bit more kind of cold and a bit more calculated. You're not really kind of getting her, you know. Then when you get to Avengers, she's starting to get more kind of mixed with the group, but still kind of keeping that kind of coldness away from the majority of that said group. But then when you get to Winter Soldier, this is when I really like actually Black Widow, is really when Winter Soldier. I think the Russo brothers really seem to excel with Black Widow. She's just more kind of, you can see the relationship she's built with Captain America. She's obviously, there's a good friendship there, and I really like what they do with her, really, in that movie. And also in Age of Ultron, a lot of people don't really like that love interest thing, but to me it always kind of made sense, because as she said a great line in it where all the men in my life want to go into the fight, while someone like you, of Bruce Banner, wants to run away from it. And I'm kind of like, yeah, that actually does make sense why she would actually like someone like Bruce Banner. I never had a problem with that kind of old storyline. And again, I think she's great in Civil War, and I'm very much looking forward to this solo movie that seems to be confirmed near enough now that she's going to begin, and I cannot wait for that solo movie. Number 9, Star-Lord. This might be a bit high, I don't know, for some people I think that may be a bit high, but for me, I think this is just the right kind of point. I mean, he's only been in 2 movies so far, at the point of making this video, but God, I do like Chris Pratt though. He is, even if it was just based on the first movie, really, I think he's been really good. He brings a huge amount of charisma to the role, and especially in his kind of story arc he's had in the first movie, and I actually prefer his character in the second one, if I'm honest. What he kind of goes through with his I guess so-called father. I don't know. I'm really with Ego. I love those scenes with him and Kurt Russell. To me, that was like almost. I don't know if it was a callback or just a nice little kind of an odd nod there to back to Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. I thought there was a nice little kind of. I just liked their chemistry with Chris Pratt and Kurt Russell, them two together. And overall, I really like Chris Pratt's performance. I'm looking forward to more from him. Number 8, Hulk. Now I'm going to say right now, this is actually just going to be simply Mark Ruffalo's run of the Hulk. Yes, I get it that Edward Norton is obviously, by rights, it is the same character, it is the same Hulk, but I don't know, I still kind of feel like they're kind of like two different things, and they kind of are, because they play them differently as well, really. I think Mark is just absolute perfection as Bruce Banner. Going by the first movie alone that he appeared in, the Avengers, like everything you needed from Bruce Banner you got from Mark Ruffalo, and as well as his Hulk. His Hulk is, I prefer the look of his Hulk. I think it looks great, and I like how they've kept the kind of like the crease of his eyebrow line actually into the Hulk. I really like that. I liked him in Age of Ultron as well. I like I thought that was a great scene. Not gonna lie, with Hulk and the Hulkbuster. That was a big geek moment for us pathetic geeks. I like that. And then obviously when you get to Thor Ragnarok, I think for me I liked a lot of that kind of stuff. I like the Hulk talking, and I know some people felt like, oh, why is he talking like a baby? But it does make sense. You know, he's been the Hulk for 2 years. He's not had any, like, in terms of the actual Hulk, he's not had anyone teach him English, so it kind of makes sense that he doesn't talk, you know, full sentences by right. It is just like 2 words and that's kind of it. And I've really enjoyed Mark Ruffalo's performance. I think he has been fantastic, especially when anytime he's with Robert Downey Jr. He really is amazing. Number 7, Black Panther. Now, maybe in time Black Panther would actually be quite near probably actually in the top 5, to be honest. I'm really liking what Chadwick Boseman's doing with this character. Even in Civil War, I thought he was really good in that. I think Chadwick Boseman, especially when there's no point denying it, with the Black Panther solo movie, like what he done with that movie, he was really spectacular in that film in general, because I was one of those guys where I really enjoyed him in Civil War, but a part of me was kind of like, can he hold a whole movie on his own? A bit like with Tom Holland with Spider-Man. You do kind of think like, yeah, he's great, like it's a bit of fun there, but can he hold his own? And yes, he could. He's got a bit of the charm, he's got a bit of that kind of like coolness to him, but then he's got that kind of seriousness, and while at the same time someone you can look up to and someone you can like have fun with. I feel like a bit of everything with how Chadwick just plays him. I think now a lot of people kind of know obviously that Wesley Snipes was apparently going to play Panther, and a part of me is kind of glad he didn't, because I think Chadwick Boseman just manages to catch everything you want from Black Panther. He looks like he can command a room. He looks like he can be fun, but then looks like he can be serious, and he's just got everything that I kind of want from Black Panther, really. Number 6, Scarlet Witch. I have loved every second of what Elizabeth Olsen has done with Scarlet Witch. She seems to be like the only kind of I guess I wouldn't really say she's main character. She's probably more in the line of the supporting side, I guess. But she has had, subplots in both Age of Ultron and Civil War, and I think that's quite something, and shows how much Marvel seems to be quite invested in this character. And I really like that they've put the time and effort in it. I like her in Age of Ultron, where like most of the movie, she's looking up to her brother. She's not as confident. She's a bit more kind of, shyer, I guess. She isn't as strong with her powers compared to the more kind of quippy, fast-talking brother of Quicksilver. And I like that kind of contrast there, and especially at the end of Age of Ultron, where she's, she finally kind of stands up and takes a kind of, her own lead and all that, and when you get that moment where her brother does die, and you kind of see how much her powers can be quite strong, actually, if anything, quite scary. And then leading into Civil War, again, she's got this subplot where, she did accidentally kill a lot of people, and then through that course of the movie, building the relationship up with Vision, which I think is so nice that they're doing. I really like that kind of stuff. And overall, I really liked how Elizabeth Olsen has portrayed Scarlet Witch, and I hope for more. I'd like to see Scarlet Witch in like the Doctor Strange sequels. To me, I would like that, yeah. Number 5, Thor. Now, I get this might seem a bit high, I don't know, for Thor, but I don't know. I've had a bit of an odd relationship with Thor. I really like Chris Hemsworth. Don't get me wrong, I really like him, but I just feel like over the years I'm just kind of like, and I feel like he's been the same. He feels like a bit kind of blah. If it wasn't for Thor Ragnarok, I think kind of giving this kind of this breath of fresh air really with the character. But don't get me wrong, I did enjoy Thor. I liked his kind of course through the movies, but I just feel like compared to some of the other characters, like I don't like him the same as some of the other characters I have. I do find the character Thor, quite kind of a bland character at times, but at the same time, I do find him fun and enjoyable. He's a weird character to me, if I'm honest, and I find it hard to kind of nail it down. If he wasn't played by Chris Hemsworth, I would struggle to actually really like the character, I think. But I really feel like I'm beating on this character for putting him so high. But I do like the character, enjoy it. Hence why he is 5th. But yeah, overall, I do like Thor, I think. Number 4, Doctor Strange. Now, I am a Benedict Cumberbatch fan. I'm also a huge Doctor Strange fan, so putting these two together was just an absolute dream for me. I mean, when Joaquin Phoenix was kind of rumoured, and I was really quite into that, because Joaquin Phoenix is my favourite actor, but at the same time I think he's just going to be problems for Marvel, if I'm honest, and I think Benedict Cumberbatch was the better choice. I love his his journey he has in that Doctor Strange movie, you know, from being that pompous, arrogant surgeon to a broken, downbeat man, while still having that arrogance and believing that he's right and everyone's wrong around him, and then soon believing that the world is bigger around him and it's not all about him. And I love some of that stuff. That really is beautiful. That stuff, and I just like how much he changes as a character in that first Doctor Strange movie. They really put a lot of time and effort when you actually really watch it and sit down and really kind of take it in, that, you know, he really is a different person from the start to the end. You know, when you look at, some people compare him to Tony Stark, but when you look at Tony Stark, he is still a bit kind of arrogant at times. Well, Doctor Strange, you get the impression that he is full on serious now. Especially when you watch him in Thor Ragnarok. When you watch him then, it's like, you know, he's taking it really serious now. And I really like that kind of, that angle. And I like that little cameo he had in Thor Ragnarok as well. And I'm looking forward to so much more from Doctor Strange. Number 3, Spider-Man. Yes, this probably isn't really a hard and obvious one why the hell I put Spider-Man in. I mean, it's Spider-Man for God's sake, and Tom Holland played him so beautifully well. I love every single second Tom Holland is Spider-Man. For so long I've been like wanting a Spider-Man and Peter Parker together that I find just gel brilliantly, and I think he's done both just absolutely superb. Even from like the moments of Civil War to Spider-Man Homecoming and the future ahead, what we're going to get from him, because I think we're going to get a lot of him. I've just loved every single second, really, of what Tom Holland has done with Spider-Man. I think he's done a great job, and yeah, I'm looking forward to more from him. Number 2, Captain America. Yes. Now this one and obviously my number 1 are probably the two characters that have had the most development and character development. You know, when you look back in Captain America, you know, the first one when he's that skinny boy, then he got turned into, you know, this with the super soldier serum, and like I've loved that progression that he's had, like how he's changed. You've seen him through World War II, and then when he got sent into the present day, and I loved all that kind of stuff. And I think he's been great as the leader of the Avengers. I think he's done well. I really like what Chris Evans has done with the character. I think he has really done a little bit of an underrated performance, I would say, as Captain America. I think his journey he's been through, you know, and then into Winter Soldier, obviously, I think he, you know, which is one of the best Marvel movies. I think he really is superb, like in Winter Soldier. I really do. I really like him in that movie. And then obviously in Age of Ultron and Civil War, you know, things start to change for that said character, and I like how they really start pushing the buttons for Captain America. Things that he thought were, you know, not everything's all black and white, and when he starts kind of realizing that, I love that stuff. That really makes these characters interesting, is when you're taking their ideologies and you're messing it around, and I think that's really fun and creative and really exciting to watch, you know. And it's really great seeing this character progress, and I'm looking forward to what the hell they're going to do with him in Infinity War. All I know is he's got a cracking beard. At number 1, Iron Man. Yes, shock horror, this is number 1, but come on, he is, isn't he? He's been it from the start with the whole MCU, you know, he is the hero, I think, of the MCU. You know, the main reason why Iron Man is obviously great is Robert Downey Jr. From that first Iron Man movie, and he's just been superb throughout, and a little bit like, you know, Captain America, he really has kind of changed and developed over the course of these movies. You know, once he kind of got involved with the Avengers more, he was like, you know, which he was kind of against and all that, and he was very much against the government. And then he started creating up his own ideas. Then he was like starting to realize that, yeah, maybe I have done wrong all these years and all that. And I really like that stuff, and I liked how he's progressed. And he really has given a really dramatic and funny and great performance as Iron Man. Yeah. So yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is my number 1 hero of the MCU. Probably not a shock whatsoever. So yes, that's my picks of my top 10 MCU heroes. I'd like to know what you guys think. Was it predictable? Probably yes. Well, at number 1, but hey ho. I'd like to know what you guys think. What's your top 10? Comment down below. Let me know. More videos in the future. So until then, see you later.